And now, from Racer's Garage, it's time for Rock and Roll Joepardy, Tournament of Champions. Joining us this week, from the VC channel, the Northern Vinyl Guy, and playing for the Geneva Center for Autism, please welcome Darryl. From the VC channel, the Embryonic Robot, and playing for Celiac Canada, please welcome Brian. And from the VC channel, Young LP Lovers, and playing for Feed Nova Scotia, please welcome Curtis. Thanks for being with us in the studio audience. And now, here is the host of Rock and Roll Joepardy, Racer Joe.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to semifinal number 2 in the Rock and Roll Joepardy Tournament of Champions. I'm not sure if you guys can tell which picture of yours from Facebook I used to make your avatars. Brian's got his hat on, which always looks, in the gray suit, it looks a little different. Curtis always has his hat on, but I pick one and build them from there. But how is everyone? Darryl, Brian, Curtis, how is everyone?
Good.
Doing very well.
Here.
Yeah. So far, so good for a Sunday morning taping. So, well, it's morning only for me. Everybody else is into afternoon already. All you East Coast guys. So, and I think somewhat apropos, I'm going to get all the big words out of the way. By the time this airs, which will be tomorrow, it'll only be a couple of days away from Canada Day, and we've got 4 with me, I guess. Canucks. It's the only fully Canadian semifinal that there is, because we've got a couple of Americans, and we had a gentleman from the UK on in the first round as well. We've got one qualified so far. Shane, excuse me, is into the final. But let's find out who is going to make the finals as well. Let's get right into it. Let's get to our categories. We'll talk a little bit more, guys. We'll talk about your channels. We'll talk about the charities. And by as always, as it is by order of the fact that he logged into the buzzers first, Darryl is going to go first. And I think everybody's even in the right spot. I don't know. Things are going a little too well here. Something's going to happen soon. I'm not sure what. But all right. So I'm going to move you guys over there. And let's look at the categories. Here we go. Let's go to the host controller and start. So categories in the first round. We've got 2 rounds. We've got a daily, weekly wager in the first round. We've got 2 in the second round. You guys know how this works. And if you're tuning in for the first time, why'd you just start tuning in semifinal number 2? Where you been? When we were young, high school photos. I'm going to show you their high school photo. I need you to name the artist, and if it's a picture category, as soon as you can see the picture, you can buzz in. And now, Storm Chaser with the weather. Songs with weather references. It's been raining like cats and dogs here for the last couple of days. Although I wrote this 6 months ago, the category, the weather is factoring in a little bit. That 70s show, bands that started in the 1970s. Long songs, hit songs, 7 minutes at a minimum. I'm going to, if I remember correctly, give you the song title, and I'll need the band, please. Finish the lyric. That's straightforward. And just another band out of Boston. And I'm not sure why I had to write it, but bands from Boston. Just clarify. Just to clarify. I guess it could have all been about the band Boston, but it will be bands from Boston. All right. So, excuse me. We can see the board. Everybody's comfortable. Everybody's good to go. And again, due to the fact that he signed into the buzzers first, Darryl, you get to start us off. Where would you like to go? Here we go.
Let's go with long songs for 200.
Long songs for 2. Okay, here we go. 1. Curtis.
Metallica?
Yes, it is Metallica. Yes, correct. Yes, that's right. I did forget to mention, but you guys know, as soon as I finish reading, I will activate the buzzers, and I'm not sure why I've got the hums going on. Hold on. Okay, now I'm better. Okay, here we go. So, Curtis, yes, you're control of the board now. Where would you like to go, please?
Let's continue with long songs, I guess, for 400.
All right, long songs for 4. Layla. Brian.
Derek and the Dominoes.
That is correct. from the album Layla and Other Love Songs, if I remember correctly. Very nice. Okay, Brian, you are now in control. Where would you like to go, sir?
I feel like we should continue on with 600 long
Let's
songs.
go. Okay, here we go. Jesus of Suburbia. Brian.
I didn't realize I clicked. I have no idea.
Oh, okay. You got. Okay, anybody else? Darryl.
Green Day.
Green Day is correct. Yes. Yeah. You just were a little, you had your finger right on the buzzer and oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's lots of time to come back. So, okay, Darryl, back in control. Where to, sir?
Long songs, 8.
Long songs for 8. Okay. Inagata de Vida. Darryl.
Iron Butterfly.
Iron Butterfly is correct. Yes. Okay. And bear with me for a second. I am going to remove the header so we can see all the board. And Darryl, your choice, please.
Let's finish the category.
All right. Last one in long songs for 1,000. Won't Get Fooled Again. Brian.
The Who.
The Who is correct. Yes, sir. Very nice. All right. Good. Good close game. Everybody's on the board. That's that category out of the way. Brian, where would you like to go?
Just because it's so bizarre, I'll do and now Storm Chaser with the weather for 200.
No, you have to say it now. No, you don't. Okay, here we go. For 200. Who's tripping down the streets of the city, smiling at everybody she sees? Who's reaching out, capturing the moment? Everyone knows it's. Everyone knows it's windy. I can't remember who the hell sang that one, but
The
there you go.
Association.
The Association. Correct. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. All right. So now we know what the category is going to be like. Where would you like to go now?
Let's stick with this terrible category for 400.
Sure. Let's do that. The Scorpions suggested you rock like one. Brian.
Hurricane.
Yes. Very nice. Okay. Where to?
600 for the Storm category.
Okay. This weather-related song was a massive hit for Garth Brooks from the album No Fences. Curtis.
The thunder rolls.
It does. And the lightning strikes. Correct. You can't sing it too well because then we'll get copyright strikes. That's the only problem with some of these is that you want to kind of sing the lyrics a little bit. Wow. And plus, nobody needs to hear me singing. Curtis, you are in control. Where to, my friend?
I'm going to keep it rolling for 800 with the storms. Weather.
All right. Okay, here we go. This is a song by the American disco duo, the Weather Girls, from their third studio album, Success, and was co-written by Paul Schaefer of David Letterman. Darryl.
It's Raining Men.
It certainly is. Although the host read the question very poorly, you got it. Yes. Okay. Darryl takes the lead. Where to, my friend?
Let's finish the category for 1,000.
All right. And now Storm Chaser with the weather for 1,000. Here we go. Although the album Snow in June from the Northern Pikes would work in this category, they also had this weather-related song on its follow-up, Neptune. I think Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt were fans of the song. The song was Twister. Not a massive hit by any means, nothing like She Ain't Pretty, but had a little bit of a modicum of success, and I remember the video well, but yeah, Twister. So the little Northern Pikes reference. Okay, nobody got that one, so Darryl, it is still your choice, please.
Let's do That 70s Show for 200.
Okay, bands that started in the 1970s. That 70s show for 2. They are an American rock band formed in 1975 in Boston, Massachusetts by chief songwriter and composer Tom Scholz. The band's core members include multi-instrumentalist Scholz and lead vocalist Brad Delp. Brian.
Boston.
Correct. And the answer is, in fact, the band Boston. Yes. Okay, Brian, you're back in control. Where to?
That 70 show for 400.
Okay. They formed in New York in 1973. They defined glam metal with their elaborate costumes, face paint, and their theatrical shows. Curtis.
Kiss.
Kiss is correct. Yes, that's right. Your turn. Where to?
Let's go over to Finish the Lyric, 200.
Okay, Finish the Lyric, 200. Again, that's what you got to do. Finish the lyric. Here we go. I want to rock and roll all night. Brian.
And party every day.
And party every day. You are correct. I'm not sure exactly why there's two Kiss questions back to back. But that's just the way it seems to go sometimes when I'm writing stuff, although you guys picked them in an order. Never mind. Shut up, Joe. Play the game. Brian, your choice, please.
All right, let's finish the lyric for 400.
Okay. You took the words. Brian.
Right out of my mouth.
That is correct. One Mr. Meatloaf. Great song, actually, I think. Your choice still, Brian.
Finish the lyric for 600.
Okay. You can check out any time you like. Brian.
But you can never leave.
And then the guitar solo starts, right? I think that's about the end of the lyrics in Hotel California. Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, hey, finish it. I'm going to continue. Finish the lyric for 800. Sorry to interrupt you there.
No, not at all. Not at all. Okay, finish for 8. Here we go. That is the daily wager. It's the weekly wager, whatever the hell we want to call it in Joepardy. Anyway, Brian, you've got 2,600. You can risk as much as you like in the category of finish the lyric.
You know, sometimes I hate these daily things. I'm going to cheap out and say 400.
400. Okay, here we go. For 400, wager is set. This one's just for Brian. Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, nothing. Okay, well, we'll just go with we won't let the counter go down then. But it is You Had to Hide Away for So Long, and that was Mr. Blue Sky by ELO. So good thing you didn't put a lot on the line. Still tied with Darryl and Curtis, not far behind. Finish the lyric, finish the category.
Finish the category, sure.
Okay, all right, for 1,000. They're piling in the back seat. Didn't read it very well again, but so they're piling in the back seat. They're generating steam heat from Victory Clock by the Ramones. So I don't know if me singing it would have made any difference in any way, shape, or form, but maybe. So I can sing better than Joey Ramone. I will at least say I look better than Joey Ramone, but not by much. Okay, I digress. Where would you like to go, Brian?
Let's do that 70 show for 600.
For 6, okay. They're an American rock band formed in Los Angeles in 1971 with 5 #1 singles, 6 #1 albums, 6 Grammy Awards, and 5 American Music Awards. Darryl.
The Eagles?
Yeah, it wasn't a really good question because that might have been a lot of different bands. But yes, specifically, I was asking about the Eagles. Usually when I'm that vague, I also throw a little bit of a song reference in there. So nice job, Brian, or pardon me, Darryl. You got that one. Where to, sir?
Let's go with just another band out of Boston for 200.
Okay. Bands from Boston. Here we go. They're an American rock band formed in Boston in 1976, emerging from the new wave scene in the late 1970s. They consisted of Rick Ocasek, rhythm guitar, Benjamin Orr, Elliot Easton, Greg Hawkes, and David Robinson. Darryl.
The Cars.
The Cars is correct. Another one of those. I didn't need all those words in there, but yet they were there. So, Darryl, your choice, please.
Boston for 400.
Boston for 4. They are an American rock band formed by Aerosmith's lead guitarist shortly before his departure from Aerosmith in 1979. It's the Joe Perry Project is what he's always called that band when he's out on his own doing stuff. I actually saw them. They opened for Motley Crue. It was still Joe Perry playing guitar. I can't remember who was singing for him, but anyway, Darryl, your choice, please.
That 70s show, 800.
Okay. Well, we don't normally have 2 of those in the first round, but we do this time. So stupid.
I'll go with 500.
We'll go 5. I'm sorry, 6. Did you say
500?
500. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why we got 2 in this round, but here we go. I can't take it away now. So the wager is set. That 70s show. Here is your question. This is a German electronic band formed in Dusseldorf in 1970 by Ralf Hütter and Florian Schneider.
I'll go with the Scorpions.
No, incorrect. That was Kraftwerk. Kraftwerk was the 70s.
I couldn't remember the name. I was trying to think of that one, but
yeah. Scorpions were probably 70s as well, but yes, specifically Florian and Kraftwerk. So, all right. You didn't lose much. You're still in the lead, in fact, and your choice, please.
Let's finish off that 70s show.
That 70s show. Okay. 1,000. Here we go. They're an American rock band formed in San Jose, California in 1970, known for their flexibility and performance across numerous genres and their vocal harmonies. The band has been active for over 5 decades, with their greatest success taking place in the 70s when they were taking it to the streets. Brian.
The Doobie Brothers?
The Doobie Brothers. That is correct. Yes. That's what I meant by when I add a little song at the end. So, yes. All right, Brian, you are now in the lead, sir. And we've got full category left and a little bit of another. Where would you like to go, please?
Let's do just another band out of Boston for 600.
For 6. Okay, here we go. They are an American Celtic punk band formed in Quincy, Massachusetts in 1996. The lineup consists of co-lead vocalist Ken Casey and drummer Matt Kelly. Curtis.
Is it the Dropkick Murphys?
It is, in fact, the Dropkick Murphys. Correct. Yes. I have none of their albums, and I should have probably all of their albums. I think they're fantastic. I don't know why. I just have never come across any, I guess, or haven't bought anything reissue. Anyway, more useless information from the host that nobody gives a rat's ass about. But anyway. Okay, Curtis.
They're a good time. They're a good time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I'd love to go to one of their live shows, actually. I bet you their live shows really kick ass.
I think so, yeah.
Let's go for 800.
800. Just another band out of Boston for 800. They achieved their greatest success with their second album, Porno Graffiti, in 1990, which peaked at number 10 on the Billboard's Top 200 and was certified gold in May 1991 and double platinum in October of 1992. Darryl.
Extreme.
Extreme is correct. Yes, sir. Yep. I don't know if I would have placed them in the Boston area, but don't know why. But yes, exactly. Okay. Good close game. Darryl, you jump back into a little bit of the lead, and it is your choice. Where to, sir?
Let's finish off Boston for 1,000.
Boston for 1,000. Okay. They are an American ska punk band from Boston, Massachusetts, formed in 1983. From the band's inception, lead vocalist Dickie Barrett, tenor saxophonist Johnny Vegas Burton, and dancer Boss Tone Ben Carr remain constant members. Curtis.
Mighty Boss Tones?
I'm going to give you that one. Mighty, mighty Boss Tones. But yes, the Mighty Boss Tones is, yes, correct. So, all right. That pulls it very close, everybody, and leaves us with the category that clearly nobody wants to do. But we have to do it anyway. So, and this is a picture category. So as soon as you see the pictures, you can buzz in. I don't have to activate the buzzers. These are, as best as I could tell from doing it when I wrote the questions, they're high school photos. So where would you like to go, Curtis?
Let's start at the top. 2, please.
200. When we were young. Jimi Hendrix. The smile looks about the same from young to old, for sure. A little more hair once you grew up. Unfortunately, didn't grow up as long as we all would have liked him to have. Next one.
We'll do 4. Yep.
400. Okay.
Looks so familiar.
Yep. And again, pretty close. You can see it once you know who it is. You can see it, but yes, that is
covered the hair.
Yeah. Michael Stipe from REM. Okay, this category is going so well. Shall we? It's the only place we can go. We got
roll it. 600. Let's go.
All right, somebody's gonna get one. Here we go.
Wow.
That was Kurt. Again, I mean, you can see it a little bit more after you actually see their grown-up picture. But all right, 8 or 1,000.
Let's do 8.
8. Okay, here we go.
I'm going for it.
Okay, who do you got?
Is that Liv Tyler?
It's not. Incorrect. No.
Oh, it's Alanis Morissette.
Darryl.
Is Alanis Morissette?
No, it's not.
I know who it is too. I'll guarantee I got it right.
Will do.
Brian.
No idea.
I knew it. I shouldn't have listened.
You shouldn't have listened to him. That's right.
Oh my God.
He fell for the old Alanis Morissette trick.
That was who I was going with.
Oh my God. Hilarious.
That was Amy. Okay, so everybody's still fairly close. We've got one left. Someone's going to get this one. I could just feel it. Here we go. For 1,000. When we were young. Okay. That's Debbie. That's a long time ago now.
Really?
So, yeah, that's a long time ago. So, all right. I'll know maybe not to have that category ever again. But I mean, either that or do, because it's
just do when they were old. That would be easier.
That's right. Yeah, that's right for sure. All right. So after the first round, it is Darryl with 2,500. Brian's got 3,200, and Curtis at 2,000. We're doing very well. And it's a nice close game, but we are going to take a quick break. And once I can find my little commercial, and we will be right back. Don't go anywhere, everybody. All right, we're back after a brief intermission. Make sure you check out some of those channels that you saw. There's some fantastic stuff, along with these three fine gentlemen. And we are going to start just with the gentleman that's in the top row. Darryl, what's going on Northern Vinyl Guy these days?
I've been slacking off my channel, though I did post a video this past weekend of my musical styles. I'll be taking an impromptu week off. I got to go to Kingston. My son has 3 broken fingers, so I got to take him to the hospital there to get some more X-rays done and whatnot. But it can only get done down there. So a nice 10-hour drive after I get off the train.
Yeah, which
So
is
maybe
also
while I'm there, I'll make it worth my while and check out some record shops or something while I'm there.
yeah, you talk about that train ride, and I think some of us in our mind go, "Oh, a nice, cool train ride," but you've done that thing so many times, it's not that cool anymore, right?
Yeah, no, it's a 5.5-hour train ride, and then because I just don't feel like putting my own vehicle on the train because I'd have to return it. So that's expensive. So I got to take a bus to Timmins, and then I'm renting a car
Yeah.
and then driving down. So it's a bit of a nightmare, but it is what it is. It's actually cheaper for me to rent a car than it is for me to put my vehicle on the train.
To put it on. Yeah, well, there you go. Plus you get to
Wow.
rent a car for a while. So well, best of luck with that. Let's talk a little bit about the Geneva Center, I should say, specifically for autism. That is your charity of choice. I know that's been your charity, I think, all along throughout some of the preliminary rounds as well. And I should say, the channel is not donating every time in the semifinals, but there is $100 to the winning charity in the final, and $50 to each of the runners up in the final as well. So, but okay, now I'll shut up and you talk about the Geneva Center for Autism.
It's all good. So yeah, I have a younger son that was diagnosed with autism a few years ago. I haven't gone specifically through the Center for Autism, but we've received funding and assistance for him and his communication over the last couple of years. So it's it's an organization I think that's worthwhile. Kids with autism, there's a differing, I guess, levels of autism on the spectrum. Some can talk, some are higher functioning, some aren't. And any little bit helps for not just the parents, but anybody that's a counselor, educator, that kind of thing. We all benefit from this particular organization. So that's who I'm showcasing today for mine.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. Brian, how's things on the embryonic robot? You've been doing a series of pick something for me to talk about. Have you not? I think that's what it's been, no?
Yeah, I mean, apart from the other usual things, I'm doing kind of 2 stupid things. One is where I had people choose a cube and a record number as a way to choose random records from my collection. And I've been making videos of the selections people have made. I think I had 50 or 55 suggestions on that. So that's going on. I'm also doing this kind of ridiculous countdown of what I think are my 200 favorite Canadian songs of all time. So I think I have 120 songs left. So it's kind of funny. Like ranking them was kind of ridiculous. And of course, some things I don't own. And the key thing there is I'm only choosing 1 song per artist, right? So I'm not going to have there's not going to be 15 Rush songs. It's going to be
no, that's fair. That's fair. That's good. Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's wonderful. It's a nice way to maybe go and look in your collection for something that you would not pull out again, right? For a while.
That's true.
That's good. It's always good to have someone else. Every once in a while, I'll open up Discogs and shake my phone, and that's what gets to play, because at some point, it's what the heck do we listen to? Let's talk about Celiac Canada. I know that's been your charity of choice again through earlier rounds, and then for these finals as well.
Yeah, Celiac Canada is an advocacy group for people who suffer from celiac disease, which, believe it or not, is a disorder that affects 1% of the population. It's an autoimmune disorder, although the rate of diagnosis lags behind actual diagnosis. So when it affects 1% of the population, the actual diagnosis rate is a lot less. And I mean, there's a whole host of issues that go along with this. And the primary, the reason it causes a problem is because of gluten. Some people react badly to gluten. It causes a whole cascade of pretty serious conditions, and I suffer from it myself. So it causes sort of lifestyle changes. It's not the end of the world, but it is really inconvenient. And some people have to be hospitalized when they have gluten. So it's an important thing to think about. So they used to be known as the Canadian Celiac Association. They're now just Celiac Canada, but they're advocating now. They're working with the federal government to simplify the tax rules regarding excessive food costs related to this condition. So, and other things.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. Curtis, what's going on Young LP Lovers? You're out on a boat most of the days these days, but you still get a little bit in here and there on YouTube.
Yeah, I haven't made a video in a couple of months now. It's just, like I say, time with work, fishing season's quite busy. So I think the last video I did was a contest entry for I can't remember, in Scotland. What's his name? Anyway, it was a contest entry, which was a fun one. And I think I'm planning out on my phone right now an entry for the summer tributes.
Oh yeah,
Brian, you did one of those. I watched.
I did, yeah.
So I'm planning that one out now. So at some point, fishing season ends in about like 2 weeks. So we're getting close to the end. So.
Yeah, that's just when they all go further out to sea, and you guys don't want to go chase them. Or I didn't realize that came to an end. I just thought, or does it come to an end for you? I guess.
Yeah, each little area of the coast is regulated, and our season is up in a little over 2 weeks.
Now that makes much more sense now. Feed Nova Scotia. That's new from the last time, I think, right? So
yeah, I thought I'd shake it up a little bit. Certainly, food prices being what they are, I think more and more people are turning to food banks, and so I think and they kind of are an umbrella organization that distributes funds to local food banks. So they're a nice, convenient way, because a lot of food banks aren't set up well for online donations and things like that. So
right.
I decided to go with Feed Nova Scotia. So every little bit helps, Joe. And I think I love the charity aspect of this, man. You're very generous with this. So thanks a lot.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, no, least I can do. It's been great the whole time. Everybody's been coming on and hopefully we've had a little bit of fun, but B, also helped some people out, small, large, and in different ways. And if you're out there, folks, I'm going to put all of these charities below where links go, and make sure you go and support them, and or support your local food banks and all of your local charities as well. So that falls into the category of no shit, Sherlock, but let's do it anyway. So, all right. Okay, so great first round, gentlemen. Thank you so much again for being here. Appreciate it very much. Let's do that, and let's put the board back up. This is all the backstage Joe talking to himself stuff. That looks like round two. That is round two. All right, so we are good to go. Let's get everybody back. Everybody's in the right spot again. Things are just going too well. Let's see. Curtis, you are just a little bit behind with 2,000. So in the second round, you are going to pick first, and it is going to be from one of these categories. Well, that's not legal. Well, some of it is. Songs about illegal things, or not, I guess, if I put in there, some of it is. Anyway, you'll see. Triple headers, name the band associated with two other things. Excuse me. In concert, name the band based of their on-stage picture. I think it'll be somewhat easy, but then the first category didn't go all that well in the first round, so we'll see what happens. Take off to the 90s, Canadian bands formed in the 1990s. So it's a good thing we got a bunch of Canucks around this afternoon, because the gentleman from Wales might not have done all that well in that category. So we've got that. And on bass guitar, I think that is a picture category as well. I'm going to show you some bass players. I need their name. And the last category in this first round, if Emma from 8 Lana Low is here, she might do okay in this category. That's a pretty cheap trick. Questions about the band Cheap Trick. So with that said, you can see all of the questions. Yes, everything's good to go. So Curtis, where shall we start? There should be at least 2 daily wagers. There could be 4, because I went in and added yesterday because I didn't think I saw them. So we might end up with 4, but we'll see. Here we go. Where would you like to start, sir?
Let's go Take Off to the 90s, for 4.
For 4, okay. This is a Canadian rock band formed in 1995 in Hanna, Alberta? Darryl.
Nickelback.
Yes, correct. The only
Favorite.
Nickelback fan I
You know, there'd only be one thing worse than me getting that question wrong.
yeah.
That would be me getting a Glass Tiger question wrong, which I think that happened once.
I think it might have happened, but we don't talk about that anymore. Yeah, we don't talk about that. So yes, in fact, Chad and company formed in Hanna, Alberta. So where to, Darryl?
90s for 2000.
Whoa.
Take off to the 90s, A for 2.
We're messing around.
They are a Canadian indie rock band founded in 1998 in Toronto, Ontario. The band consists of Emily Haynes, James Shaw, Joshua Winstead, and Jules Scott Key on drums and percussion. Brian.
Metric.
Metric is correct. New album. Did you get the new one yet?
It's on my list. Not yet. It'll happen.
Yeah. Sold a few of them out of the shop, actually. So, yeah, I haven't listened to it myself, but yeah, I knew that they had a new one in the last bit. Okay, so that puts you into the lead for now, Brian, and your choice of category, sir.
Let's do Take Off to the 90s for 1600 then.
For 16. Okay, here we go. This was a Canadian rock band founded in 1990 with members from Lanigan and Regina, Saskatchewan. The members were Todd Kearns, Ryan Dahl, John Kearns, and Kurt Dahl. That is Age of Electric. Todd Kearns of Toque and Slash and Triumph and a whole bunch of others. And then Ryan Dahl, and I think his brother went on to be Limb Lifter for a while as well. Right. So, hey, that was the answer to that one for 16. So, nobody got it. Brian, your choice still, please, sir.
Let's take off to the 90s, A for 800.
For 800. Okay. A Canadian rock band formed by Ian Thornley and Brian Doherty in Boston, Massachusetts in 1992. Big Wreck, which most of, I think there's only one guy that's American. So much like the band where there's only, Danko considered Canadian. So, but yes, that was Big Wreck. And then Thornley also was Thornley for a while. So, okay, Canadian boys, what the hell's going on here? Where to, Brian?
I think we'll just finish this category. Get rid of it.
Let's get it over with. Okay, here we go. The lead singer of this band was a member of the Canadian indie band The Guthries and was born in Hamilton, Ontario, and grew up in Nova Scotia. Brian.
Matt Mays.
Matt Mays.
In El Torpedo. Yeah.
And El Torpedo, but either is acceptable. So I was almost gonna get a chance to see Adam Baldwin, because he's playing in Edmonton the day I'm there for AC/DC, but he's too late. I'm not sure I would get from one to the next because it's a different venue. He's at a jazz festival in Edmonton or their folk festival, and then AC/DC's that night. But so still haven't had a chance to see him. Not that any of that matters to you guys right now, but I knew you guys would all know who I'm talking about, if nothing else. All right. That category's done. Brian, where would you like to go?
Let's try triple headers for 400.
Triple headers for 400. So, one more time, name the band associated with these two other things. A band, a video game system, and a book of the Bible. Brian.
Genesis.
This is correct. Yes, that's right. So, very nice. Okay.
Well, let's go on. Triple headers for 800.
Great. Okay. A band, a monarch, and a playing card. Curtis.
Queen?
Correct. I love how there's always that kind of that upward inflection. I think I know, but I'm not quite sure. Yes, that is Queen. Yeah, there you go. So you're in control, sir. Where to?
Let's keep it going for 12.
Okay. Triple header for 12. A band, Casper and Pale Azza. Curtis.
Ghost.
Correct. That one probably should have been the first question, but that's okay. Yeah, Ghost is correct. Where to, Curtis?
16.
16. Okay. An artist, what a bee does, and a wrestler. Darryl.
Sting.
Sting is correct. Yes, that's right. So, yep. Nice job, sir. Where to?
That's not legal for 400.
Well, some of it is. Okay, here we go. we'll see. I don't know. I wrote these a long time. I mean, the writers wrote these a long time ago. All right. Well, the album Bad Habits failed to produce UK chart success. The band were very popular in Canada. This song was a top 20 single in Canada in the fall of 1980. Brian.
Drugs in My Pocket.
And I don't know what to do with them. Yes, correct. I think that's a fantastic album. I've always enjoyed that album. The Monks. I don't think I had the Monks in there anywhere, but that was the name of the band. So, Brian, your choice, please.
I think we should wrap up triple headers for 200.
Triple
2000, I
headers
mean.
for two. Triple headers for two. Here we go. A band, a little dog, and a city in Nigeria. Toto. I'm not sure where the writers pulled the city in Nigeria out from, but I mean, the little dog makes sense. So yes,
Yeah,
that was Toto. All right. That's a pretty good category. Didn't mind that one. Might have to do that one again. All right. But that one's done. So where to, Brian, my friend, where would you like?
That's not legal for 800.
For 8. Okay. Police lead singer Sting wrote this song inspired by the prostitutes he saw near the band's seedy hotel in Paris. Brian.
Roxanne.
That is correct. Yes. Very nice. Your choice, please.
Let's go 1200. That's not legal.
Yep. This is a song written and recorded in 76 by singer-songwriter J.J. Cale. The song was popularized by Eric Clapton after his version was realized on the 1977 album Slow Hand. Curtis.
Cocaine.
You are correct. And not realized, released. Can't even read the words that are in front of me. But yes, Cocaine, that is correct. Written by JJ. He wrote a few pretty good songs. He had a little bit of, he had his own career as well. Curtis, your choice, please.
Keep it going with 16.
For 16. This is a song by American rock band Jane's Addiction, released in November of 1990 as their third single from the band's second album, Ritual du Lo Habitual. Brian.
Been Caught Stealing.
That is correct. Once when I was 5. Your choice, Brian.
Let's go 2000 for that category.
Okay. That's not legal. Well, some of it is. 2000. This song was the second song written by David Byrne and their first hit for Talking Heads. It is often believed to be about David Berkowitz, the notorious Son of Sam murderer, who terrorized New York City in the 1970s. Brian.
Psycho Killer.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Yes, correct. There you go. I don't know if I knew about the Berkowitz part of it. I know who he is, but okay. We have got 3 categories left. Close game still. Where to, Brian? Your choice, please.
Let's do In Concert for 400.
In Concert for 4. This is a picture category. It'll show the artist on stage. I just need to know who the artist or band is for 4. Here we go. Curtis.
AC/DC.
AC/DC is correct. Yes. Speaking of AC/DC, where to, sir?
Let's do In Concert for, let's go 16.
For 16. Darryl.
Disturbed.
That is correct. Not the greatest picture of David Draymond there, but, I'm not sure that there are any good pictures of him, but I meant the angle. But yes, correct. Very nice, Darryl. Your choice, please.
Let's do In Concert for 2,000.
In Concert for 2. I thought the fire might give it away, but that was Stein, those guys. Darryl, your choice still, please.
Yeah, In Concert for 12.
In Concert for 12. Okay, here we go. Curtis.
Led Zeppelin?
Incorrect.
Damn it.
I thought about it when it came up, and I went, "Oh man, that kind of looks like Robert Plant as well." But that was that was in fact the Who. So I needed to. I guess I should have shown a little bit more of Pete Townsend in the background. That would have helped. So, but yes, that was the Who. So Darryl, your choice still, please.
Let's finish that category.
All right, In Concert for 8. That was The Wall, Pink Floyd. I don't know. You could kind of see the hammers a little bit in the background.
The hammer, I did. I just at the end.
Yeah. Just what is shit? Yeah. Okay, so the picture categories are going over well. Maybe I won't include those anymore. But we do have one more category with them, and then also that's a pretty cheap trick. So, gentlemen, whose choice? Darryl, your choice. Where to, sir?
Let's do bass guitar for 4.
Bass for 4. Okay. Curtis.
Sir Paul McCartney.
That is correct. Yeah. Hoffner. Where to, Curtis?
Bass guitar for 8.
For 8. Okay.
Oh.
That was Phil Lynott from Thin Lizzy. Maybe a little more obscure. Where to, Curtis?
Keep it going for 12.
Pace for 12. Here we go. That is the weekly wager. So
it had to be
you
with
can
bass
bet
guitar.
as much or as little as you like. So what would you like?
Gosh. 1,000.
1,000. Okay.
I'm not very confident, but I need the money. Need the points.
You need the points. There you go. Okay, 1,000. All right, wager set. Here we go.
You're both smiling like you know. I have no idea. No,
No? I thought you'd know that one. That was Lemmy, so from Motorhead. But you only wagered 1,000, so you didn't lose a whole bunch, and it is still your choice. So where to, sir?
16.
16. Okay. That is Tina Weymouth from said Talking Heads, I believe, correct? Yes,
Yep.
That's who that was. All right, so the picture categories are just not going over worth a damn, but you got one. Somebody got Paul McCartney. Okay, where would you like to
We'll finish it off.
2,000? All right, here we go. Let's get it over with. 2,000 in playing bass guitar.
Oh,
Curtis.
is that Bootsy Collins?
That is Bootsy. There you go. See, you just had to wait for the big numbers to come in before you started.
There we go.
But yes, that was Mr. Collins. There you go. So
I was waiting for a Les Claypool picture.
yeah, I should have had less in there somewhere. Yes, yeah, that's right. But based on how well that went, maybe we'll have it again as another category in season 2, possibly. All right, we've got one category left. Curtis, it is your choice. Where to? Where would you like to start?
400, please.
400. That's a pretty cheap trick. Questions about the band, cheap trick. Here we go. What was the name of their breakthrough album? their breakthrough live album. Curtis.
Live at Budokan.
Live at Budokan. Yes, correct. Because if I would have just said and left the live part out, I'm not sure what would be considered their other breakthrough album, but yes, Live at Budokan. Curtis, your choice, please.
800.
800. Okay. What was the name of their original drummer? That was Bun E. Carlos. So original drummer, because it's a little tricky of a question because he's not currently with them and the rest of the guys are still original. So, but yes, that's Bun E. 1200?
Yes, please.
1200 it is. Here we go. What was their only #1 hit in 1988? And that was chosen from 2 demos they disliked. The other, Look Away, became a hit for Chicago. Darryl.
The Flame?
Correct. Yes, sir. Very nice. That was, yeah, you'd think they'd have some more #1s than that, but according to the research my writers did, they didn't. 16 or 2000?
16.
16 in the Cheap Trick category. How many times does the words Cheap Trick appear in their full logo? Six.
Really?
That being the official full logo. So, all right. And to wrap it up, I'm not sure. It should be the weekly wager, but as I screwed up in the first round, I might have screwed up in the second round. But here we go. 2000. I guess I did. Sorry. Which band were the members seeing when they got their inspiration for their name? The name was inspired by the band's attendance at a Slade concert where Peterson commented that Slade used every Cheap Trick in the book as part of their act. So there you go. That's where Cheap Trick got their name from. All right. That is going to do it for the second round. Everybody's still in it for Final Jeopardy. Darryl's at 7,300, Brian at 11,600, Curtis at 6,200. So not a runaway. And if you were watching Pop Culture Jeopardy on Netflix, anything can happen. And if you weren't, trust me, anything can happen in Pop Culture Jeopardy and in Jeopardy as well. So I'll show you the category. I'll let you wager. Then we'll take a quick break. Excuse me. We'll come back and we'll get to the question. The category in Final Jeopardy is That Band Is Loud. So make your wagers, gentlemen. I will play a little bit of a promo here, and we'll go from there. So make your wagers now. Yeah, I think you can do that now. Thanks. Okay, and we're back, as they say. The Final Jeopardy category is That Band Is Loud. Wagers are in, so let's have a look and see what the question is. Here we go. 1 year after Deep Purple terrorized the ears of Guinness's judges panel, these hard-rocking legends smashed their record like a dropped vinyl. On May 31st, 76, the sound was registered at a whopping 126 decibels, and that reading was taken at the 100-foot distance from the speakers. A long question. Who was that loud band? Submit your responses now. Curtis, yours is just spinning. There we go. Yeah, it takes a second sometimes to kick in. All right. Let me catch my breath and read this question one more time. I'm not sure why it's so long. But 1 year after Deep Purple terrorized the ears of the Guinness judging panel, these hard rock legends smashed their record like a drop vinyl on May 31st, 76. The sound was registered at 126 decibels, and that reading was taken at the 100-foot distance from the speakers. All right, so first up with 6,200, third place coming in to Final Jeopardy. Curtis, what did you put down? Curtis put down Black Sabbath, and
Yes.
Curtis wagered 61.99. Black Sabbath, however, is incorrect. Probably close, I would imagine, but that is incorrect. So that takes you down to a point. You never know. Stranger things have happened. Darryl, let's see. Darryl came in with 7,300 going into Final Jeopardy. Let's
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home. Well, it wasn't Van Halen either. Again, probably very loud, and but that is not the correct answer. And let's see. Bet it all. There you go. Got to take a shot anyway. So, Curtis, you still have a shot here, I guess, if Brian bet it all and got it wrong. So let's see first what Brian put down. Brian put down The Who. And yes, in fact, it was The Who that is the Guinness World Record holder, or at least it was for a long period of time, may still be. And in fact, when I Googled it, I think they might still be. But yes, The Who is the correct answer. Let's see what he adds to total, another 2,000 to the total, putting him at 15,600. But yes, there now I have a perfectly good shot of Pete Townsend this time. So, but yes, The Who, 126. That's insane. But there you go. So Brian will be moving on to the Tournament of Champions final with a final of 13,600. Gentlemen, it was a great game. It was right down to the end. I know the scores are a little unindicative of that as we look at them there, but still, I think that was very good all the way right to the end. Everybody was in it, and everybody had a shot at the end based on wagering and that. So how were the questions this time? They were okay, other than the picture categories?
Yeah, the picture categories.
Yeah.
Hit and miss.
Yeah.
Mostly miss.
So what I shouldn't do then is have completely picture categories in the finals, is what you're saying?
All photos. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just the whole thing. So, guys, thanks so much. A for playing. Thanks for helping out your charities as well. Of course, again, folks, the Geneva Center for Autism, Feed Nova Scotia, and Celiac Canada. Again, I will put the links to those. Go and help those charities out. Help your local food banks and all your local charities as well. And that's 2 now for the finals. I've got to get that third semifinal recorded, which I will at some point in time. This will, for your purposes, post tomorrow, which will be Monday. And away we go. So, Brian, congratulations. We'll see you in the finals. Darryl, we'll talk to you probably, I don't know, in the next hour or so. And Curtis, probably the same thing. I know you guys have some football, soccer to watch this afternoon, right?
Yes.
Yes. Go Team Canada. Gentlemen, again, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Brian. Congratulations. Thank you, everybody, for watching as well. We've got 2 out of 3 set for the final. Stay tuned. Keep an eye on the channel, and I'll try and get that third semifinal recorded as soon as I can, and then we'll get to the final, which the way it goes sometimes, trying to get everybody together could be September. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, guys.
This has been a Racer Records build. Tune in again in 2 weeks for the next exciting round of Racer Records VC game show. Rock and Roll Joepardy.